Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today I have kind of a little comparison if you were shopping for a stamping platform. I have the Stampin' Up! One here on my right, and I have the Tonic, Tim Holtz Tonic Studio travel platform. So this is not the original large one that came out, but this is the travel size. So you can see these are kind of a comparable, maybe you can't, let's see, a comparable size. I was doing some stamping with my Jane Davenport stamp here, so let me remove that. Great stamps. Okay, so to look at the pluses and minuses of these. So let's look at the Stampin' Up! One first. This is about 40 something dollars. It comes with 2 plates, and now they just recently came out with accessories. So you have a plate up here and a plate up here, and for some reason it comes with 2 plates. So, and what's the advantage of the 2-plate system is, pretend there's a plate here, like Altenew stamps that have like layering stamps and things like that. You can put some on this side and some on this side, and you can just go boop, boop. And when you're doing a bunch of cards, it really makes short work of it all. So having the 2 plates is really nice. So you can see the design here. They pop right out. So it goes along 2 sides of the square. They are super strong, and they are rectangular opposed to the Tim Holtz magnets that we'll see in just a second here that are round. But so you get 2 rectangular magnets there that store in these 2 slots here. So very easy to keep them apart. And anyway, so that's an advantage. So where's my plate now? The other advantage of this system here, which I think is very clever, is if you're wanting to do, say, stripes or something, or layer, whatever, you can move this down a slot, down a slot, and down a slot. And so it really gives you a lot of versatility. You can stamp all along here, you can stamp all along here, so you can go like that, and it'll still go down. Also, you have 2 open sides, so if you have a larger piece of paper, that works out well too. So let's take a look at, let me put this behind here before I do that again. It comes with this foam piece here, so you can kind of see the thickness is maybe 1/8 of an inch, I think. And this is meant for when you're stamping with photopolymer stamps and clear stamps. If you want to do rubber stamps, you simply remove this, and now the space is deeper. And you also have this grid. The disadvantage is you don't have the grid when you put that on there. So whatever grid usage you were using, you no longer have with this. But it's not the hugest deal in the world. I don't really use the grid on there. But if you're a grid user, that's something to consider. Anyway, so it measures out a 7-inch by 7-inch square, so it's slightly larger than that. It is rather light, so it's easy to travel with. But because you have the 2 plates, they do not fold completely closed when they're on here. So I take one out and just leave it on top, theoretically. Apparently I put it somewhere else, but so when they're both on here and in their slots, they do not close completely flat. So just something to think about there. What else? Let's see here. That's basically the rundown there. So they work great. I've used it a lot, and I think it's easy to clean. It does have a porous surface on the outside here. You do have a grid here, and it's smooth on the inside. So just take care to use the smooth side down if you're thinking of that. Let's switch here to the Tim Holtz. Okay, roughly the same size. If you want to put them, sort of hover them over each other, really are about the same size. He has a grid on here that's about 7 inches as well. And he also has metric on here, which is helpful. It comes with 2 of these round magnets. They're pretty strong. Because I accidentally got some Jane faces on there, but I think if you just simply squirt with some water and wipe up. Okay, so you get 2 of these magnets. So this is what it looks like. You get the rulers here, and you do get an edge to bump up against if you're trying to make things square. You have 1 notch here to fit your bar in, so you can see how they made this. It's got a handle, it's got these ridges on here, and this is what determines, you can see one side says rubber, the other side says clear. Maybe you can't see that. clear rubber. So it's got this bar, and that's what fits in to there. So that swings up and goes to a 90-degree angle. So when you're traveling, that lies flat. So there's no changing out of a mat like the Stampin' Up! Foam mat. You just simply switch the sides. If I'm using clear stamps, this brings the lid closer to the stamp, and then if I have a rubber, I just simply switch it and go this way. This does not have two, so you just have to bear that in mind. It doesn't have the advantage of going boom, 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 boom around there, but it does have a nice open surface so that you're able to use the space for a larger paper. I got this for about $25, so price difference wise is huge. But though this is a perfectly great stamping platform, and I think it's really great. You know, it has this little thing in the back here. So you get two stamps, two round stamps. Does pretty much the same thing the Stampin' Up! One does. The Stampin' Up! One, I think, has a slight advantage on the Tim Holtz one because of the two-plate system and the fact that you can move these. Really can make a difference in your stamping. I prefer the Tim Holtz method in the sense that you can just flip the grid, flip the plate to you know, change what kind of stamps you're using rather than having another foam pad to lose. But it is what it is. The other advantage to having the foam pad, though, is when you are stamping on clear stamps, it's nice to stamp on foam. So you gotta weigh pluses and minuses, and it might come down to just price, because there is a significant price difference, and so forth. This is the only size that Stampin' Up! Has. Tim Holtz, there is a larger one, so I think it's pretty much the same, only larger. And I don't know, just hopefully that'll help you to see side by side. Maybe you're considering getting a stamp platform. Of course, there's the Misty. I do not have one of those, but that's a tried and true one as well. But I've really enjoyed using both of these. I've used the Stampin' Up! One a lot, and I just got this one recently, so I've used it a little bit, but I really stamp's great. So I don't know, you pick. That's how much money you're willing to spend. It's an investment, but it's a great tool. Weight wise, as far as travel, they're about the same. So, and they're about the same size. So really this could be considered probably a travel platform. Alright guys, I hope that helps you consider in your purchasing of a stamp platform. Thanks so much for joining me today, and have a great day.